You know, etiquette applies to many aspects of our lives, to careers. So sometimes when we think of etiquette, we think of knives and forks. And one of my favorite slogans in the world is etiquette is so much more than table manners. Well, recently with the Nancy Guthrie case, there was something that disturbed me greatly. Now, we know that we don't trample on the freedom of speech. That is one of the most beautiful freedoms we have in this great country called America. However, the moment the reporters started reporting that helicopters were flying above with signal sniffers on board, I remember cringing and I remember thinking, why can't there be some sort of code of ethics that prevent certain information from leaking to the public? What if the bad guys, decided that they could do something about that pacemaker? I remember cringing so much and thinking, please don't say it again. Well, it was reported online, it was reported on television, it took off like wildfire. And certainly we know that with helicopters buzzing above, somebody is going to ask somebody, somebody's going to press hard, somebody from the media will keep pushing until they find out, but does that necessarily mean that it should be divulged? I just think when somebody's life is on the line, and if that was a family member of ours, we wouldn't want certain aspects of their medical condition to be revealed. It was enough that we knew she needed medication. That's okay, that's fine. Maybe that would help her in one sense. But the fact that she was wearing a pacemaker, look, I had a loop recorder for a while. And yes, it was implanted just I don't know, an eighth of an inch below my skin or something. But still, what if somebody had reported she's wearing a loop recorder and the results are going back to the cloud somewhere? I don't think that would have been good for me. So I would charge the media with using sometimes a little more common sense. We love you. We love your reporting, especially during times like this. But we ask that you be sensitive and treat it as though it was your own family member.